Hi everyone. Yeah, I know you've seen these tested before, but I've got one and I wanted to show you a couple of things I've found out about it. First of all, I'm in the UK and I tried to plug this in just using the USB to C cable that came with it. It didn't work, and that seems to be because our USB outputs are different to the American ones. Anyway, this is the plug you need, and it comes in the box with it. So don't try using the USB to C cable if you are in the UK. Use this one, and obviously just a standard travel adapter to plug it into. So that's the first thing I discovered. The other thing we've discovered is that you need to plug the connector into the top of the two, and both should then light up. You need to make sure the connectors, these spin round, so you need to make sure that they are where they're supposed to be. There we are, and then the connectors will work. And apparently, you see, it won't work up that way, but if you turn it over, it works. So you put your cable in the top one. There we go, isn't that awesome? Now, I have left the protective sheets, on top of these, the plastic sheet that go. This is a lovely shiny plastic sheet underneath, but I've left those protective films on because I know I'm mucky. So what you do, you put your stuff on the plastic sheet, you put it in there and it cures both sides at once. The only danger I can see with this is that if you go down here and look down, you're going to look straight into the light, so just be careful with your eyes. Look down on the top surface, don't look into there, because nobody in their right mind looks into a UV light, do they? So, like the other lamp that I've got from Resin, which is this guy, it's got the timers 2 minutes, 3 minutes and 5 minutes on it, which is pretty awesome, I think. Now, the mould I'm going to have a play with today, I've been dying to have a go at this, and look how see-through it is. It's a bargain one from Temu. It's a cheapie, but it's nice nice soft, thick, but still translucent silicone, and it's quite clingy, so it's going to stick down well. Now, I'm going to have a play with those glitter UVs that you've seen me using recently, I think. And then we'll just try those. Why not? So I've got that lamp ready. I'll get my glitter UVs. I'll put you the link for getting these. They're just from Temu, so I'll put that link at the end for you as well. Now, let me just make sure you're zoomed in a little bit. This mould is really, really stupidly detailed. I'm going to do the flowers first, and I'll come back and do all the other bits and pieces, all the leaves and such like. Then we'll probably end up just backing it with normal epoxy, I think. But because these are so tiny and fiddly, I thought, the tiny nozzles on this UV resin would be the way to go. So I'm going to speed this up. If you want to see this more detailed review and all of the colours of this UV glitter resin, then I'll put you the link down below in the description to the video where I did a proper review of it. So I'll put you that link, and yeah, otherwise I'm just going to speed this up and we'll go through all of these little flowers. Must admit I was delighted when I saw these new UV lamps, the new range from Resin. The UFO, I call it the UFO, the big round one, I use a hell of a lot. This one, depends on what I'm doing really. If I've got UV on the go, I should be certainly using this a lot. That's really where it comes into its own, isn't it? And I think there's an increasing number of people using ultraviolet curing resins because, well, they're safer, they're quicker, they're fun, and whilst you can't do big stuff with them, they're great for smaller stuff like jewellery and keychains and things like that. Anything bigger than that, really, you're onto epoxy, aren't you? Or polyurethane. But also, it's great to use with kids because it's safe. Somebody yelled at me when I was demonstrating these and said, "Oh, you must be using PPE." No, it says on the box it's safe, and it is. There's no odour, nothing. Even with this amount that I'm squirting out here, I can smell absolutely nothing. Now, just because you can't smell it doesn't mean it's safe, of course. But it is safe. So yeah, school holiday projects, things like that, why not? I am going to squeeze, the bottle nozzles are really, really fine, and hence, oh, there's a bit more flour there, hence why I'm having to squeeze so hard it's making my hand shake. I haven't really got the shakes. But this lovely little fine nozzle means you can get these little fine lines and things done so easily, which is just brilliant. Look at that. So it's absolutely great for detailed work. If you fancy any of these glitter glues, like I said, I'll put you the link down below. They were just from Temu. I got the big 24 bottle set, and it's they do them in smaller sets too, but this to me seemed like the most extreme bargain because it was only about 20 quid for the whole lot. Yeah, that's another flower there. I missed one. I think I've got everything now, just need to do that flower. Right, let me grab a colour. I think I'll go for the deeper purple. I have been using these a lot, so these bottles are getting a bit low now. Some colours more than others. Oops. Well, you see the depth I'm pouring this to. You would think with this much glitter in it, it wouldn't cure. However, if anything can handle it, this UV lamp can, don't you think? Well, I hope so anyway, because if not, that's an awful waste of UV resin. And let's put a bit more in the back of this one because it looks like I've missed the centre out of that. It feels like it's curing, by the way. Anyway, let's put it back in. I'm going to give it a good blast again, a good few minutes. Now this is a very intense lamp. There's a lot of bulbs in there. So, as I said, if anything can handle it, this will. So let's give it a bit longer under the lamp this time, and then I will get some, I am going to use epoxy for the back. And I've got this really dark, sultry looking colour. It's a Resin one, and I just fancied trying that to create the contrast, really. So I'll be back in a moment, and we'll have some resin on the go. So while this is curing, let's get the resin mixed up. So I'm using the 2-hour demould resin because this is really shallow, so it should cure easily in that time. Oops, blimey, I put rather too much there. So the resin is called Apex One Coat for anybody who's interested. And there, look at that colour. I have to say, Let's Resin, your pigment powders, mica powders, whatever you call them. I think you call yours mica powders, don't you? Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful colour. Right, next time this lamp goes off, it's done 5 minutes already. I'm making absolutely sure because as I said, I've done the UV glitter resin so thick. So I'm giving it another couple of minutes just to be on the safe side, and then we can go and pour this in. Next time it goes off, we'll do so. That is beautiful, isn't it? Oh. Okay, so I've taken it out of the lamp. It certainly appears to be, well, it looks like it's going to be nice, doesn't it? It certainly appears to be cured okay. So let's go in with this then. I just thought a nice dark, almost chocolatey background. It's like a reddish chocolate colour though. Would set these off nicely. Just encourage it out to the edges. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a mahogany, isn't it, actually? I hope it's coming over on camera okay, so that you can see this gorgeous colour. Let me just zoom you a little bit, actually. I've noticed you're a bit far out. There we are. Looks like I guesstimated the amount just right, pretty much. More by luck than judgment. Righty-ho, let's see what we've got. Oh! Still just a little bit bendy. Oh well. I'll give it some time to settle. It's more or less there. Now, well, that's come out clean, so wonderful little UV lamp's obviously done its job with the UV resin. And shall we turn it over? Let's go. Oh! Well, that's turned out better than I expected. Isn't that lovely? It's got like a satin finish to it. No idea what I'm going to do with this now. Make a nice box lid or something, wouldn't it? I suppose, if I'd got a box that size. I don't know. Anyway, you know what to do, folks. If you like this video, you know where the buttons are. They're all down there. If you want to do some clicking and pressing and things, that would be lovely. And I'll look forward to seeing you for the next video. In the meantime, YouTube is about to recommend some other videos of mine that you might like to watch. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.